Chapter number 6, Automated and Emerging Technologies, CS by SH. This chapter is consist on three parts. In this chapter you will be having three sections, and in the first section it's about automated system. In this section we will be learning about how the automated system will be built, and which type of equipments, or you can say what are the things which will actually going to help us in automated systems. So describes the section 1 will be how sensors, microprocessors and actuators can be used in collaboration to create automated system, and then describe the advantages and disadvantages of an automated system used for a given scenario. There will be some scenario will be given, and you have to give us the advantages and disadvantages of automated system. And then in the second section 6.2 we will be discussing about robotics. And in robotics, first we will be learning about what is meant by robotics, and then we will solve some characteristics of a robot, and then understand the roles that robots can perform and describes the advantages and disadvantages of their use. And in the third section, it's about all about artificial intelligence, what is meant by artificial intelligence, what are the main characteristics of AI as the collection of data, and the rules for using that data, the ability to reason, and can include the ability to learn and adapt. And at the last but not the least, we will be learning about basic operations and components of AI systems to simulate intelligent behavior. So let's just get started. First, automated system. So automated systems are basically described as a combination of software and hardware. Automated systems are basically a combination of software and hardware that are designed and programmed to work automatically without the need of human intervention. But sometimes human monitoring and human controlling is required, right? We just saw that it's a combination of software and hardware, and in the hardware there are three main important parts of the systems we will be using. The first one is sensor, second one is microprocessor, and the third one is actuators. Sensors are input devices. There are multiple types of sensors, and sensors are actually will detect changes in the environment and convert them into electrical signals that can be processed by our microprocessors. We know that sensors are input devices. That's why it is going to be detect some changes from the environment and then going to convert those changes into electrical signals and then can be processed via microprocessors, right? Once the microprocessor will receive a signals from the sensor, then it's going to make some decision based on a pre-programmed logic, right? Programmers will develop a program for some microprocessors. Once the signals will be sent by the sensors to the microprocessor, then this microprocessor is going to make decision based on programming logic, right? Once the microprocessor will take some decision, then those decision will be sent to the actuators, and actuators will receive signals from the microprocessor and then perform, such as opening a valve, and then that any particular operation will be performed, like opening a door, turning on a motor, turning off the motor, or anything like that. So basically, automated system is a combination of sensors, microprocessors, and actuators. And definitely, without software, these hardware devices are actually the useless. So automated systems can be created that respond to change in the environment without human intervention. It's not necessary that we will be having no intervention between from the human, but sometimes monitoring is required. So here we have an exam style question. In exams, the scenario will be given, like I have just given a scenario, and then they are going to ask you that how the sensors and the microprocessors are used in this system. So a theme park is a game where a player tries to run from the start to the finish without getting wet. There is a theme park, and you know that where the player tries to run from start to finish, and then we have to make sure that they are not getting wet. So the system for the game uses sensors and the microprocessors to spray water at a player, so they run past each sensor. Describe how the sensors and the microprocessors are used in this system. So this question contains 8 marks, so you have to specify. So take a moment, I will just give you some time and just write down some points, at least 8 points, how the microprocessors, sensors, and actuators are working together to make this system. I hope you all have done. So as you can see in this, I have mentioned 8 points, and you can read how how the sensors, microprocessors, actuators, and some given witness conditions which is given in the question has been worked together to make this system successful. So a motion sensor collects analog data. This data is converted to digital using ADC. The sensor sends data to the microprocessors, where the data is compared to a stored data. If the value is outside range, water will be sprayed. A signal is sent to the actuator to spray water. If the value is within range, no action is taken. These run in a continuous loop. So I hope this thing is clear. So there will be some scenarios which will be given in your exams, and they are going to ask some advantages, mention the advantages and disadvantages, right? So I hope you know that we are using automated system in industry, in transport, in agriculture, and games, and in all other fields as well. So I'm not going to write down the scenario over here, but I have mentioned some advantages and disadvantages, how these automated systems are used, and what are the advantages and disadvantages of using those systems. So first of all, we have an industry. So in industry, with the advantage of automated system is reduced labor cost, definitely improved efficiency and accuracy, increased production rate. And what are the disadvantages? Most important disadvantage is basically high initial investment is required, limited flexibility to changes in production processes, maintenance costs can be high. Definitely, if the definitely high investment is required, definitely, so the maintenance cost will be high. Second is transport, improved safety and reliability, reduce labor cost, improves fuel efficiency. Disadvantages include high initial investments may not be suitable for all types of transportation. Maintenance costs can be high. In agriculture, increase efficiency in planting and harvesting crops, improve crop yields and quality, reduce labor cost. Disadvantages include high initial investment may not be suitable for all types of crops, and terrace maintenance cost can be high. So in the all the disadvantages, two more important point, two repeatedly we are having two important points: the high initial investment and maintenance cost. Then in weather, in gaming, in lightning, in weather we have a different advantages like improved accuracy in weather prediction, ability to issue warnings in a timely manner, ability to collect large amounts of data quickly. And disadvantages may be affected by external factors like interference and equipment failure, may not be 100% accurate all the times, may requires continuous monitoring and calibration. Next is gaming. So in gaming improve speed and efficiency in game development, ability to create complex and interactive games, reduce labor cost. Disadvantages includes may not be suitable for all types of game or game development, may require significant programming expertise, and may be affected by technical glitches or bugs. In lighting, improve energy efficiency, ability to program lighting to suit different needs, labor cost reduced, and disadvantages include high initial investment, may not be suitable for all types of lighting needs, and maintenance cost can be high. So the next is robotics. Robotics is an area of computer science that deals with the creation, design, and operation of robots. Robots are basically machines which will help us to do different chores, daily life chores, and different types of tasks as well. So the first part is design and construction, and the second is operation. In design and construction, robotics involves that how we are going to design and construct the robots for the various application. And robots are designed using a combination of mechanical, electrical, and computer engineering. And robotics can be customized to meet specific needs, such as you have seen that there are different factory automation or household tasks. So definitely we are not using same types of robot for the both purposes. And for the household chores, we have different robots, and for the factory and agriculture robots, we are using different types and different designs for the robots. So next is operation. Once a robot is built, once the design has been completed, then through different 3D printers and through uh, different tools, we will develop the robot, and then it needs to be programmed to carry out specific tasks. Programming involves creating a set of instructions that tells the robots what actions to perform in a specific sequence. And definitely robots are going to send some data through sensors, and then they are going to send that data to some microprocessor. Then microprocessors will take some decision basis on the programming, and then those signals will be sent to the actuators, and then the robot is going to work. Robot can also be operated remotely using a controller. So I hope you are pretty much clear about this thing. So there are different types of robots used in different industries. Factory equipments, domestic robots, drones. Factory equipments basically used welding, spray painting, and assembling production. Domestic robots can do the household chores such as vacuuming, moving, and in the drones usually used unmanned aerial vehicles that can be used for tasks as aerial photography, delivery, and surveillance camera. Then there are types of robots: independent robot and dependent robot. Independent robots, as name suggests, that all those robots which can work independently, means without human interaction, and have no direct human control. They are said to autonomous, for example, Mars robot, and can replace human activity totally. Independent robots are basically will be replaced human totally. So the dependent robot are robots which is actually dependent on the humans through maybe for controlling and for maybe monitoring purposes. So who is interfering directly with the robot and can supplement rather than totally replace the human activity. Assembling plant where both humans and robots work together to produce a car. Then there are some characteristics for the robots. A robot is a machine that can be programmed to carry out a range of tasks autonomously or semi-autonomously. Robots have a mechanical structure or framework which gives them a physical body that can move and interact with the environment. Then robots have electrical components such as sensors, microprocessors, and actuators, which allows robots to receive information from their surroundings and respond to it. Robots are programmable, which means they can be designed to follow a set of instructions or algorithm, allowing them to complete a variety of tasks and respond to changing situations. So robots will basically have mechanical structure, electrical components, and programs as well. So there are different fields where we are using robots. Some fields I have mentioned over here. In industry, we are using for different purposes manufacturing and assembling lines. In transport, we are using for warehouses and logistics to move and transport goods. In agriculture, we are using planting, harvesting, and spraying crops. In the medicine field, we are using robots for surgical procedures to improve precision and reduce risks of errors. Domestic robots can be used for different daily household chores, vacuuming, cleaning, lawn mowing. In entertainment, we can use robots for toys or in an amusement park to provide entertainments. There are different disadvantages and its advantages for robots. So, first of all, robots increase productivity, no doubt in it, and it provides consistency and accuracy. Robots provide safety. Robots can perform tasks that are dangerous or hazardous for humans. Robots are cost effective. Definitely, it will reduce the labor cost in the long run. And on the other hand, we have different disadvantages as well. And the first disadvantage is high initial investment. Purchasing and setting up robots can be expensive. Maintenance cost. Robots require regular maintenance and repair, which can add to the overall cost. Lack of flexibility. Robots are programmed for specific tasks and cannot adapt easily to a new situations or task. And the most important risk for the human being is unemployment. Robots are going to increasing use of the robots can lead to the job loss in certain industry, in not just only certain industry but in most of the industries. So it's quite actually the alarming situation for the humans that robots are actually going to be replace the humans in a lot of fields. The last topic is artificial intelligence of this chapter. So, artificial intelligence is basically the branch of computer science that involves creating computer systems that can perform tasks that would normally require human intelligence. The goal of AI is to simulate intelligent behavior in machines, including problem solving, decision making. NLP means natural language processing. AI is often used in areas such as robots, NLP, expert system, machine learning. So, two robotics we have already discussed, two more systems we will be discussing in the coming slides. If you are interested in NLP, wants to know more about natural language processes, do let me know. I will share the video about this as well. So, AI has advantages such as increased efficiency, accuracy, and scalability. However, AI can have disadvantages such as the potential for job loss, biased decision making, and ethical concerns around its use. There are different types of AI, weak AI, strong AI, and super intelligent AI. Weak AI, also known as narrow AI, it is used to design to perform a specific task or set of tasks. Strong AI is known as artificial general intelligence and is designed to perform any intellectual task that a human can do. Superintelligence is a hypo- hypothetical AI that will surpass human intelligence in all areas. Means superintelligence will be surpass human intelligence in all areas. There are multiple characteristics of AI. Three most important characteristics I have mentioned. The first one is collection of data and rules, ability to reason, ability to learn and adapt. Collection of data and rules. AI system requires large amount of data to perform different tasks. The data is processed using rules or algorithms that enable the systems to make decisions and prediction. Ability to reason. AI systems can use logical reasoning to evaluate information and make decisions based on that information. Ability to learn and adapt. This will mean it can change its own rules and data. AI system can be designed to learn from past experiences and adjust their behavior accordingly. So it means AI will not just only learn about their surroundings, even they are going to learn and adapt the changings according to the time and based on their past experiences as well. So it's a very alarming situation for the humans. So there are different components, or you can say the types of AI. The first one is expert system. In expert systems, we will be having different things like knowledge base, rule base, interference engines, interface. A knowledge base is basically a database that will be having facts to generate rules that are used to solve problems and make decisions. And in the rule base, we will be having set of rules or the logic that is used to apply the knowledge in the knowledge base to specific problems. And in inference engines, we will be having a program that applies the rules in the rule base to the facts in the knowledge base to solve problem. Right? So basically the most important thing is inference engine, which will be using this rule base and this knowledge base to provide and to solve some problems. And then interface. Interface is basically the interface where the user is going to interact with the system and provide information. So knowledge base, rule base, inference engine, and interface are working together to make this expert system. Machine learning. So, machine learning is basically the program has the ability to automatically adapt its own process and data. It uses different algorithms to analyze data and identify patterns or relationships. The system can learn from the data and improve its performance over time. Machine learning can be supervised and unsupervised. Supervised machine learning means it's going to use some labeled data to train the system. But in unsupervised machine learning, we will not be using any labeled data. It is going to be trained on. It is going to be used on unlabeled data. So machine learning is basically the very vast topic, but in this section, I have tried my level best to cover on the basics of machine learning, expert system, robotics, AI, and expert systems. So if there is any problem, any question, you can write down in the comment section box. I will happy to answer those questions. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.